What's going on, guys? So I'm in the Yucatan Peninsula here in Mexico, and I'll tell you, this area of Mexico has some of the coolest reptiles, and some of them are actually endemic to right here in the Yucatan. And in this video, we're gonna travel from one end of the Yucatan to the other, and we're gonna explore the varied habitats that are found here in the Yucatan, including some caves to find some reptiles that only exist in those cave systems. This is gonna be one of the most amazing reptile adventures yet. I'm Dave Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures. All right, so after trekking through this forest here, we've come to this cave entrance, and it's not a big cave, but that is not going to stop us from going in. All right, we're going in without lube. Buckets, look at this. Man, there is so much cool stuff to see in a cave like this. Not only that, but it's about 50 degrees cooler in here than it is outside. Oh, we got a snake. Nice. All right, guys, so right in here in this little crevice, we've got our first snake in this cave. We're gonna get him out here. Oh, look at that. He's in shed too. This is absolutely amazing. Look at this beautiful snake. So this is a terrestrial snail eater, or a snail sucker, depending on what you want to call it. And these guys are primarily nocturnal, like other snail-eating snakes. And what this guy will do is at night, he will leave this cave and he will go peruse the forest outside looking for some snails to eat. And these guys eat snails and slugs almost exclusively. But just have a look at that body. Jet black with bright orange bands that you really can't see because he's in shed. And with this species, they are extremely reluctant to bite. As a matter of fact, you can't really even force him to bite you. They are just one of the most docile, personable snakes out there. Unless, of course, you're a slug. So we have a lot more of this cave to explore. There's a lot of critters around every little corner in here. So we're gonna let this guy go exactly where we found him, and we're gonna continue to explore this cave. All right, so we let that snake go. Here's a tight little chamber in here that I don't know that a Sasquatch like me can fit through, but it's not gonna stop me from trying. This may be the last time anybody ever sees me. I'm stuck. Hey, holy crap, guys. Oh. I can't stand up in here. I can only crouch. I don't know how I'm gonna move around in here, but I'm just gonna duck walk my way through here and try not to smash my head open. Oh, look at this, guys. Here's a big frog right here.
Is that the pixie frog looking thing?
Yeah, that gives it some size comparison right there. That is a big, big frog. So cool. All right, I'm gonna go up here. Oh, I can barely fit in this little space. Ooh, lots of ants. These right here are flesh-eating cave ants. If they get on you, they will burrow into your skin, right into your skull, and eat your brain. That's probably not true. I'm not Mikey from Ants Canada, but I do know that those are ants. It's basically the extent of my knowledge of those. But I have that little hole right there, and that's my escape. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here. All right, so that's what we found in this little cave, but there's another cave real close to this area, and if we get out of this area alive, we're gonna go check out that other cave. Oh, I can stand upright. Whew.
Yeah, especially for you.
I know. Sasquatches should not go in little holes. Giggity. All right, guys, so we have gone through the woods to this place over here, which is another cave. All right, so the entrance of this cave is protected by these active wasp nests. And if we get too close to them, those wasps are gonna attack. So we're gonna go in without disturbing any of the wasps. Okay, so this is much more of a me-sized cave. Oh man, there are tons of bats over here. Look at these guys. Oh, and there's a ton of them over here. Oh, look at this. Whoa! I like when they fly by your head because it's a little bit of air conditioning. So these are actually Jamaican fruit bats, and we were just told that that yellow coloration that they have comes from the keratin in their food, and it actually gives them that yellow coloration. I've seen snakes do amazing things all over the world, but every time I see a snake do something this incredible, it always reminds me why I'm always so in awe of what a snake can do. They are the most successful animals on the planet. And this guy crawling across the ceiling just above me is proof of that. That's the ceiling of the cave, and this snake is crawling on every little nook and cranny that it can to go across the ceiling of the cave. That is insanity. Steve, is that insanity?
It's impressive. Yes, insanity, yes, but impressive. I've never seen that in person.
This is the reason why I love snakes. They are so amazing, so resilient, and they can do things that really no other animal can do. But look at that. I mean, it's scoots that we're looking at. We are literally looking straight up at this snake. This is our guide, Pedro. Have you ever seen a snake do this before?
Only once.
Only once.
Only once in a cenote, but it's always amazing.
It is.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So this is the second time that you've seen this happen.
Yeah, on the ceiling, it's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So in this cave, we just found yet another terrestrial slug eater, but this one is not in shed, and you can really see those very vibrant colors. This one's a little bit more active than the first one was, but he calms right down. He's not really sure what to make of me here. We just got him out of a little crevice, and when a snake is pulled out of a crevice like that, they think the worst, but when they realize that the worst isn't happening, they calm right down. But you can really plainly see the really dark blacks and those really amazing oranges. This is like a little Halloween snake. And this guy is just about an adult. They don't get very big, but these guys are really common snakes that you can see in the cave systems here in the Yucatan of Mexico. These are amazingly beautiful snakes, and if you notice, its tongue is also black and orange, just like its body. What an incredibly beautiful snake. All right, so that was really amazing to see another slug-eating snake and to see one crawl on the ceiling. I'm still geeking out about that, but there are a lot of reptiles that call these caves here in Mexico home, but they're nocturnal. So right now, we're gonna leave this cave and we're gonna come back tonight with our flashlights and see if we can find some of those nocturnal reptiles that call this cave home, including the Yucatan banded gecko, which is one of my target species, and they live in this cave and they come out tonight. Rainbow Mealworms is not only a proud sponsor of this channel, they are the premier source for all your reptile food needs. They grow all of their quality insects in-house, and I use them exclusively for all my insect-eating reptiles. So place your order today at rainbowmealworms.net or click the link in the description below. So it is night. Great commentary, Dave. So we've pulled over to the side of the road here, and there's the secret little road that we're walking down right now where we have a chance to find my top dream snake here in the Yucatan. I'll just show it to you when we find it. So where we're herping is we're herping this sandy area right next to the ocean. You can hear the waves, but look at this thing. That is an abandoned hotel that became abandoned, apparently, because it's extremely haunted. All right, so Pedro, why is this place considered to be haunted?
People say that he can see ghosts and he can hear screams during the night, and that's the reason why the people think that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't hear anything.
No, yet.
No, I farted, but other than that.
That's why we will die.
Oh, that's disconcerting. So what we are looking for could be coiled right here. It could be coiled right here. So we have to be very, very careful where we step and where we look. But this is the perfect habitat for this one particular species of snake that we're looking for out here. All right, look at this. We found our first herp of the night here at the haunted hotel. This is a cask-headed iguana. And this is just a juvenile, but you can definitely see why they're called cask-headed agamas. They've got that little cone head, and these guys are diurnal, so all you need to really do is look in the bushes here until you see one, and you'll see them at this time of night just about to fall asleep. And so they're kind of easy to spot. But this is a really amazing lizard, a casque-headed iguana. All right, little guy, you go back to sleep there. All right, well, those guys are looking for the snake. Let's go in to the haunted hotel. There actually could be snakes in here, as well as ghosts. How cool is this? Haunted toilet seat. Wow. Is there anybody here? Are there any spirits? And if so, can you let us know where the snakes are? All right, I'm going up here. Looks pretty sound to me. All right, check it out. We've got a ghost gecko. God, there's geckos all over this place. Look at this. There's a gecko right there. There's a gecko right there. There's like 3 of them in the corner over here. There's the 3rd one, just so you know I'm not lying. Enough of the haunted shenanigans. Let's go back to herping. And here we go. That is exactly what we're looking for. He's getting away. I gotta grab him. Yes, he's moving. I need something. He's going in there. He's going in there. He's coming your way. Okay, he's stopped.
Okay, are you still seeing him?
I can still see him. He's heading straight that way. He's coming this way. We are almost blind to where this guy is here. We can't lose him.
Yeah, no.
Somewhere in this mix is a very venomous snake. There he is, there he is, there he is. Got him?
Yeah. You want to move?
Yeah, let's move him to a better location.
Yeah.
All right, we got him. Woo! Let's bring him back to the haunted hotel.
It's a beautiful one.
Oh, he is a beautiful one. Look at this, dude. That is a cantil. This is exactly what we came to find. Look at that beautiful snake. All right, guys, this is exactly what we came to this haunted hotel to find. This is a Yucatan cantil. And the coolest thing about this is that this is endemic to the Yucatan Peninsula. These are found nowhere else but right here. These guys are very closely related to cottonmouths and copperheads. And in a way of thinking, these guys are actually the replacement for copperheads and cottonmouths in this part of Mexico. They have the exact same habits, they live in very similar habitats, and now there are other species of cantils that range all the way down throughout Central America. But this one, again, is the Yucatan cantil. And this guy is, again, endemic to right here in the Yucatan. And that's why I was so excited to have an opportunity to find one of these, because they can only be found here in the Yucatan. Look at how absolutely beautiful that snake is. And if you look at their heads have the same shape head as a cottonmouth. This guy is living in this shrub right next to this haunted hotel where he's feasting on lizards. I mean, these guys are primarily nocturnal, and these guys are feeding on the diurnal lizards that are just sleeping over here in the bushes, and that makes very easy prey for these guys. Wow, all right, sweetheart, I'm gonna just set you down, and you can go on your way if you want to, or you can just hang out with me, that's fine too. You can hang out with me all night long. There we go. What a beautiful, beautiful snake. You were telling us that the Mayan name of this guy...
Yeah, it's Huolpoch.
Huolpoch.
Huolpoch. The meaning is not too clear, but in some books you can read that Huolpoch is mean like angry ball.
Angry ball?
Yeah, maybe because this snake can be found coiled up in the ground, and is considered an aggressive animal, but as you can see, it's not aggressive. But maybe it's the reason of the name. Angry ball, like a aggressive snake coiled up, something like this.
So with ball python breeders, angry ball means something completely different.
You can say Huolpoch, not angry ball. So.
Wow, what an amazing snake. So from here, we're heading back to the cave.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Morph Market is the #1 online marketplace for all your reptiles and amphibians. You can search through over 60 categories to find your perfect new pet, whether it's the latest boa constrictor morph or your 150th crested gecko. It's all right here at one place. Morph Market.
All right, guys, so we are back at the big cave, the one that's guarded by all those nasty wasps. And there's a particular species of lizard that's nocturnal that hopefully we can find in this cave. We're heading in. This cave has a whole different vibe at night. The bats are still in here. So during the day, when it was really hot outside, it was nice and cool in this cave. At night, it's almost the exact opposite. It's nice and cool outside, but it's really hot and humid in this cave right now. Look at that bad boy right there. That's a big old whip scorpion. I gotta take a picture of this for Nikki Smith. Hang on. All right, look at this, guys. That's exactly the lizard that I was hoping to find here. That is a Yucatan banded gecko. So guys, this is why we came all the way through the forest at night to go back into this cave to find. This is a coleonyx. This is a banded gecko. And this is a Yucatan banded gecko. It's one of the biggest in the genus, and it's found here in the Yucatan, of course, but it actually has a pretty big range here in Mexico. The genus that these are in, coleonyx, they range from here all the way up into the United States, into Nevada, into California, Arizona, and there's all different species from here all the way up into the United States. But essentially, these are North American leopard geckos. They are in the same group, eublephaриds, as leopard geckos or fat-tailed geckos from Africa. These are the North American relatives of leopard geckos. But this is an adult. They don't get much bigger than this. And I really don't know why these aren't more popular as leopard geckos or fat-tailed geckos are. And this is exactly why I wanted to come all the way back to this cave to find these guys at night. These guys are strictly nocturnal, and they hide in crevices within those caves, and at night, when it heats up inside that cave and cools out outside the cave, these guys go on the hunt, and there are plenty of insects for this guy to eat in that cave and just outside that cave. But just look at that coloration on this lizard. It has the same cryptic coloration as a baby leopard gecko. And as we flip her over, look at that. This is obviously a female because you can see the egg right in her belly right there. And usually these lizards will lay 2 eggs at a time in the leaf litter almost every month for a few months during the year. So guys, this has been an amazing reptile adventure here in the Yucatan Peninsula here in Mexico. We actually found 2 cantils. We actually found a boa that I filmed for the upcoming boa movie. We found so much cool stuff, including this cool gecko. So anyway, guys, I just want to give a real quick shout out and a thank you to all my Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, that link is in the description below. And until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.